Fox from InfernoFox Gaming, and of course, joining me is my partner and partner in crime, JMeowls. And this is another edition of games that we are playing. So we're a couple weeks late on this, but it's been a pretty crazy set of weeks lately, and figure this would be a really nice time to, bring some light to some rather dark times. But with that, we always have video games that can bring us that light. And Jamie Owls, what games have you finished playing?
So the first I want to announce is the Cat Quest 3.
Nice.
I finished this on the Switch, of course, as you can see. It was cute. I'm a big fan of all the Cat Quest games, but I have to be honest with this one. I wasn't really impressed. I might get some hate for that, but I enjoyed it. Like, I'm glad I played it. It was different. Like, I know they did the whole pirate thing, which I thought was unique, and I just wasn't enjoying it. I just didn't have it in me to finish the other little side quests that they do, so I just finished the main story. I think what did it for me was I didn't like the whole... Maybe I guess I didn't care for the whole pirate theme, because I didn't like how when you travel to the different islands, you have to go on the ship. I mean, that was cool, but it's just, I felt bored with that. Where the first two games, you just more of one big land, and I also felt like it was easier to navigate in the other games, because I was just kind of lost of where the islands were. So yeah, there was a map you had to look at, but I don't know, I'm just glad I played it, but then I'm like, okay, I'll just move on. Like, the way how it ended, sounds like they're gonna have the fourth game, so we'll see. But it was okay. That's all I have to say about it.
Maybe the fourth game will be in space or something.
I mean, the idea of having like a pirate theme is cute. It just wasn't for me.
That's understandable. At least you enjoyed the first two, and they were a lot of fun.
They were.
So for me, one of the games that I finished playing recently was not Tetris 99, because I don't have a physical copy of the game that I actually finished. It was Flowstone Saga. I'm holding up Tetris because it's essentially, that's how the battle system was. I just did a review about this game. It was a lot of fun, and it was a pretty decent RPG with a lot of like Chrono Trigger type look to it, and kind of like a fun comical feel, but yeah, there's just the battle system for Flowstone Saga was a lot of fun. I'm a huge JRPG fan, as you know, but I also like my puzzle games, and this was a really nice mix of both. So, how about you? What other games have you finished?
So for PlayStation, I finally got my copy of Silent Hill 2.
Nice.
I didn't like it. No, I'm kidding. I really loved it. So I've always heard of the whole Silent Hill franchise. I just never really played them, and so I have to say they did a great job with this. So this is like my first time ever playing, because I know the original, but I never like played the original. So this is the first time ever playing a Silent Hill 2. I thought they did a great job with the whole story and a lot of the anxiety-inducing areas where you have to go through, and it's dark and there's creatures around, and then a lot of the places you go to is like either the hotel, a hospital, a prison, so it's just like all those creepy areas. And honestly, this is the game that I love horror games, but this kind of did it to where I need to take a break from horror games. As fun as they are, but sometimes it's just like, okay, I need something a little lighter, something that's a little upbeat, because I gotta say the ending, it was depressing.
Because there's 6 different endings, and I
Yeah.
think 2 additional comedic ones that they added for that. But there are a lot of really deep, dark themes with Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could share what ending I got, but I don't want to spoil
No,
it. So
let's avoid spoilers.
yeah, I'll just keep it to myself though. So yeah, this was a lot of fun, and I'm really glad I played through this. So,
Nice.
and then eventually, well, I've already seen them all on YouTube, but if I try to get the other endings, I'll play it again.
That's cool. And maybe it's a thing at some point we'll have to work together to do like a top 10 horror game thing where you'll lead the charge on that because I don't really play horror games myself. So I've got a couple games that I've finished recently, and one of them, of course, is Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. This was a really great 2D Zelda game. Really enjoyed a lot of the Echoes mechanics. A couple knocks on it is how well, or I guess how not well, that it ran, because it constantly had frame drops. It was quite noticeable. But really, I think that's probably the biggest knock I can think for it. I liked kind of the free range nature that we had with it. But yeah, fantastic game. Loved being able to play as Zelda for the first time. We don't count the awful CDI games or anything like that, but definitely had a lot of fun with that. Another game that I just finished is Trails of Cold Steel 4. And this is the ninth Trails game in the series, and the 7th Trails game that I've played since I started Trails in the Sky first chapter back in May. So I've been playing, 7 in a row since then. And this one by far took me the longest to beat. A total of like 75 hours. That is even with me fast forwarding through all the battles and skipping a lot of the extraneous attack animations in said battles, and even fast forwarding like overall movement. Even with me taking advantage of the fast forwarding, man, it was long. Again, game really great, much better than the third one. It was a lot less crashy, full of crashes and errors that like the third one was on the Switch. The load times were pretty atrocious, where like it takes maybe half a second for the loading to load into a battle, but when you finish a battle, it's like 3 to 5 seconds after that's done. So it's like, and there's so many battles. But regardless, I knew what I was getting into when I was playing this on Switch. But excellent story, great culmination of 9 games of characters in one. Really, really enjoyed this. So let's talk about games. That was the games we've finished and we're playing. Let's jump into the present and talk about the games that we are playing. And so what games are you playing?
So for my Switch, I decided to play Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I know I mentioned this in the last video that this was the next game I was going to play. I played this last year with you, and I think it's really cool. I'm a little late to it, so I'm glad I'm starting to play this. I'm playing as Mario, but there was one level I tried with Yoshi because I'm a huge Yoshi fan. I think he's so cute. What I don't like about it is that you can't use any of the items.
The power-ups?
Yeah, and I mean, I get that, but at the same time, like, I want to play the game with using those cool power-ups, especially the elephant. I think that one's funny. But with Yoshi, it's like you just play it through. I think that's for the easy mode. I think that's what it's used for, but I know when I finish this and then play it again, then maybe I'll use Yoshi more because if I already know what the power-ups do. But I'm really having fun with this. I don't think any Mario game is ever boring, so I think this is really cool. So I always, think to myself, like, what kind of game are they thinking for Mario? Like, what other ideas? So I think with this idea, I think it's amazing, and I look forward to future Mario Brother games, especially brand new ones, and then maybe hopefully one day see like a remastered Super Mario World. I don't know, but that'd be really cool. So yeah, this is what I'm playing on the Switch.
And it's interesting, Super Mario Brothers Wonder sometimes gets some hate on the fact that like, oh, it didn't sell as much as New Super Mario Brothers U on the Switch, but that one had like 3 or 4 years plus advance time to sell, and especially during like its initial couple years. Super Mario Brothers Wonder, it was a really fantastic game and really original, and to its credit, it did sell like over 12 million copies. So I'm looking forward to seeing what 2025 is going to bring us for Mario games, since it's the 40th anniversary. For the 35th anniversary, we had Super Mario Brothers 35 for the Switch, and then a couple like fun little merchandise things like pins. It was a lot of fun. They did things really good, and obviously Super Mario 3D All Stars. So I'm hoping for the 40th anniversary with the new Switch, we get a new 3D Mario game. So one of the games that I am currently playing, and I've talked about this, I believe in the last one, is not Castlevania Advance Collection. I am playing Castlevania Dominus Collection. This one here, Advance, is the 3 Metroidvania style games for the Game Boy Advance. I'm playing the ones that were on the Nintendo DS. I finished through, Dawn of Sorrow and Portrait of Ruin, and I'm nearing the end of Order of Ecclesia on the Dominus Collection, and I can see why they kind of really had Order of Ecclesia be like the last one. All of these are really great games, but when you play them all in a row, it's like, okay, I'm kind of getting a little tired of this. One of the things, especially with Order of Ecclesia, it's really great because you play as Amy Lee from Evanescence, and you are you're part of this band of different. It is the Order of Ecclesia, and you're going after a rogue member, and it's the way that it plays is especially. It's like a proto version of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, where that stars Miriam, and you pick up these glyphs or monster abilities, and you use those. That's what Order of Ecclesia essentially is. It really feels like a proto version of that. So it's pretty good. I've definitely enjoyed my time with Dominus Collection. Still super excited to get the physical of that from Limited Run Games when I get that in about 6 years. So that'll be a lot of fun. Did you say, or what other games are you playing currently, JMeowls?
Currently for PlayStation 5 is the Life is Strange Double Exposure that I got. This is the sequel to the first Life is Strange with character Max Caulfield. I was really excited to get this because I really love all these Life is Strange games. I think it was 2022 when the third one came out, which is Colors, I think it was called.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that. It's really fun, and just the way the graphics look on this game looks amazing. Like the first game, I don't know what kind of graphic would you say? Like,
Yeah,
it had some painting.
Yeah, it had some kind of like filter or something on it.
Yeah,
right?
it looks like a painting, but this one looks like the graphics are clear. And Max Caulfield looks exactly how she did in the first one, but like better
And older.
and older. Yeah, because in this one she's more of an adult, where the first one she was a teenager. But this I'm really having fun with this. I'm enjoying it. Gonna be playing more later today, and I like how this has like a mystery. I mean, they're all like mysteries, but this one to me just has like a mystery kind of feel, and I like to figure things out. I guess there's little puzzles in this if that's considered, but yeah, this is the game I'm currently playing. I'm gonna be sad when I'm finished. It's like reading a book. When you read a really good book, you don't know what to read next, so yeah.
When you finally get to the end, all I will say is it almost guarantees that's not going to be the last time that you see Max Caulfield.
Well, that's good to know.
Another game that I'm currently playing, and I'm also at the end of it, or nearing the end of it, is Ys 10 Nordics. After playing through Trails of Cold Steel 4, and again, 7 Trails games since May, this has been a breath of fresh air, because this is an action RPG. This stars Adol Kristen. He's one of my favorite protagonists ever since I got back into the Ys series back in 2022. And the story is a little bit deeper. It's a little bit of a closer look, not into Adol so much, because he generally doesn't get a lot of introspection as a character. He's more of like a player avatar, almost like the silent protagonist JRPG trope, but it's really like a family affair for this other character here, the female blonde named Karja, and just that overall closeness and a lot of the themes of being able to avoid giving in, being able to keep up with the fight, being able to never give up, never surrender, really speaks to me, especially given how dark times that we are in currently. And it just really, being able to connect with a JRPG on like an emotional wavelength, on an emotional sense, it really helps. It really helps to bring like a real sense to things. So really enjoying this one. I think that this is probably my second favorite party-based Ease series game. I think Ease 8, Lacrimosa of Dawn is still number one for the party-based ones, but this has been a real treat. I've really enjoyed this.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about games that we are going to play, because we're nearing the end of some of these, and we want to talk about what's coming up next.
All right, so starting off with the Switch, the next game that I'm going to be playing, and I was recommended by you multiple times for this, is the Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. I never played this because I never had a GameCube, but hearing so much about it, I mean, I've seen you play this, and it looks really fun and cute, especially, you know, little baby Yoshi, who's a little rebel in this one, it looks like. So this is the next one I'm going to play, because, like I said, I'm going to start taking a little bit of a break from all, like, the horror stuff, so I just want to play something fun, especially around the holidays, you know, you want to stay in a happy mood. So this is the next Switch game, and then, yeah, I'm excited.
Nice. Yeah, and it's so good. I can't believe that was also the first time that I played that game when it came out this year in 2024, because I had never picked up the GameCube version for whatever reason, and I loved the one on the Nintendo 64.
And I'm kind of like lost in the days, because for some reason I thought this came out last year, but no, it was this year.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm just kind of thrown off with the times right now, but yeah.
For me, I'm going to be playing another Mario-based RPG, and that is going to be Super. That's going to be Mario and Luigi Brothership. And I've been hearing mixed things about this, mixed reviews, but anybody who's gotten into the Mario and Luigi series knows that they can kind of become or tend to be like a mixed bag. Some people really like them. Some people find certain aspects of them really irksome. For example, I played the 3DS version Mario and Luigi Dream Team, and some of the Mario attacks kind of got a little tedious, and the tutorials were a little crazy. Well, this apparently is full of tutorials, and it does a lot of hand-holding. It's a Nintendo-based RPG, so that's not anything that I'm not used to, but we'll see when I actually get into it and play it. So looking forward to see that. How about you? What is the next game that you're going to play?
So, if you notice the pattern, I'm just sticking with two, one for Switch, one for PlayStation. I mentioned this before, I know, but I'm going to try playing all the Uncharted games again.
Nice.
I started the first one around October. Like, I was kind of playing it in between other games, but when Silent Hill 2 came out, that's when I completely stopped and play that more, and now I'm playing Life is Strange. But I'm thinking about going back into this because I started halfway the first one, and then I want to continue the rest of the series. So this is probably gonna be my friend for a while, because there's 4 games. Also the additional. So yeah, this is what I'm thinking, unless something else catches my eye. So.
And for me, another game I'm going to be playing very much in the near future is Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D. No, not the Switch version. I actually got the collector's edition of the Switch version. I am an idiot and double dipped. If I love my E series, I love my Dragon Quest series as well. So again, idiot. I bought the digital on the PS5 because I want to avoid all the loading and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure it's fine on the Switch. This was the very first Dragon Quest game that I played, and it was around the time of the pandemic. And it was also a time where, like, I got really tired of playing the same games over and over again, okay, because I was always, I would play some new games, like new Mario or new Final Fantasies, but I also play the same ones over and over again. And I'm like, okay, I think it's time that I start, broadening my horizons. And I started with Dragon Quest 3 on the Switch. That was the mobile port. And I've heard a lot of people say it was the worst version of the game, but I loved it. And I hadn't looked back. I played 1 and 2 on the Switch. I played 4, 5, and 6 on the mobile phone, and it was terrible because I hate playing games on the mobile phone. The games themselves were excellent. And then I played 7 and 8 on a 3DS. That was terrible because the 3DS is terrible. I hate the circle joystick, but the games themselves were decent. Then I played the masterpiece that is Dragon Quest XI. These games are fantastic. Love these JRPGs. I am so thrilled to be able to play this, especially because it was January 2021 at the 35th anniversary that this was announced. So
Crazy.
yeah, it was like a little over 3.5 years, but finally got it. And again, that's why I'm an idiot, and I double dipped to not only digital on the PS5, but the collector's edition on the Switch. Oh, JMeowls, I swear I'm crazy.
Yeah.
But like we love our video games here, right, JMeowls?
And books.
And books. So let us know in the comments section below, not only your thoughts and everything on the games that we're playing, but also the games that you're playing. We'd love to start a conversation with you and just kind of keep us posted on what you're also going to be playing next. And any other thoughts or parting thoughts, parting shots?
When is Spyro 4 coming out?
Yes. All right, Toys for Bob, you're being called out. Jamie Ells wants to know when Spyro 4 is coming out. Come on, snap to it.
Chop chop.
Chop chop. So thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you have a great day.
V5 thumb. Please don't add this to the video. I'm begging you, please don't. I don't want them to see the real me.
Hey!
I drilled on myself.
Yes, you
Hold on.
did.
Okay.